Hello there everyone, welcome back to a One Piece card game video. It's been some time, I've got a couple of these to do. You're probably going to see this after my case opening sort of overview, which should be coming very, very soon. Yeah, I'm back doing some One Piece content finally. I've been able to actually enjoy the game in OP09. The game is looking fun. I don't know if I would say competitively fun, but certainly fun. And I've also made the executive decision that I'm just going to pet deck stuff that I actually enjoy. And that's definitely improved my enthusiasm for the game somewhat. So let's talk about my favorite leader. And that is Rebecca. I love this deck. I think it is super, super fun. It is very skill intensive. It feels really rewarding when you win with it. Every win feels earned. And it definitely feels like it has game into basically everything. And I'll kind of talk about the stuff you need to be aware of. Yeah, like this deck is just gas. You draw so many cards. You filter, and you are kind of inherently resilient to Blackbeard. Because your Luffy is extremely strong, and you can get full value out of the Luffy before your opponent then invests like a whole turn in removing it. And it's a really, really great board stabilizer. And yeah, so let's talk about it. We'll put Rebecca up here. So I think the heart and soul of the deck, which you can't play this deck without. And also, I apologize, I haven't picked up my premium booster alts yet, so those are coming. They're in the mail. So 3 Karate Coliseum. When is this card getting an alt art? Make it make sense. So basically, this card is ridiculous. It gives all your stuff rush, pretty much, for active characters. And this is why I think the deck is playable. Obviously, we can look to OP10 and see what this is like with Usopp, but like, this card is crazy, like, insanely important, and just gives you a lot of game when your opponent's like swinging into your stuff, but also, like, with Luffy, you can attack all their active things. I'm starting with events. 1 barrier. This card's very easy to loop. You can just stack it with your Luffys, and then you can just play it multiple times, and it's just decent. 2 copies of King Kong Gun. I don't like playing this deck without this card because like it just extends games like so much, which is just annoying. You want to close out games. This gives you lethal in situations when you wouldn't necessarily have it. It just makes your life a lot easier. I think I wouldn't really play this deck without this card. And obviously you can't beat Nami without it. 2 copies of Trainer Bastardo. So this is popping 4s or 6s. With Olympus, this means this hits everything. I think particularly relevant, this hits 10s with Olympus, which is super, super relevant, or with Hina, which I also play. So it's very nice. You have an instant out to like Blackbeard character, Shanks character. This plus like a Toy Soldier lets you hit 9-drop Luffy secret. So you can out like all of the meta relevant like new big boys thanks to this card, which is very, very relevant, very important. And also at base, it just answers a Doffy effect. And then I'm playing 3 Grab Blade. This could very easily be 3 Hound's Blaze. And in fact, I probably will make it Hound's Blaze. I've been just trying this out to see. Like, I think I don't think we have to have it for the Doffy matchup, and I think BY like falls off so hard this format that we don't need to make this main deck concession anymore. So I will make this Hound's Blaze. But like, it's there if you wanted to play it. But I think I will make this Hound's Blaze. Okay, onto the 2Ks. So I'm playing 8 2Ks. That is 4 copies of Toy Soldier, and yep, I'm sorry, they're not alt art. They will be. I gotta pick them up still. This is the only deck I'm just gonna keep like giga blinged because like it just looks so good. And 4 copies of Bartolomeo. I wanted to play 10 2Ks, I just can't find the space. So yeah, like here's Toy Soldier's insane, just like extends your removal, and Bartolomeo is just the most versatile 2K in the game. Super, super good. On to the 1-drops. 4 copies of Rebecca. Can't wait for this alt art in OP10, the tournament promo. So yeah, this is just your top searcher. 2 copies of Leo. This card really unlocked the deck for me when I put it back in. I hadn't been playing it for some time, the deck was feeling just a little awkward, a little clunky, and I put it back in and I was like, no, this card it's just too important. It's so awkward because it's not actually that good a card, but it just like, because it's only 1 Don, it just works really well when you're like doing the arithmetic basically for your turns, and it just enables like much stronger removal turns than you would have otherwise. So I really, if you're not playing Leo, I would really recommend you put Leo back in. I think this card's very, very good. 2 copies of Scarlet. I've been experimenting with this. I think like the biggest difficulty with this deck right now is you should play Moria, like strictly speaking, because it is good. But the awkward situation you have is that like your Moria turns aren't like that crazy compared to like some other decks. Scarlet does help a lot, and I think most importantly, it's like, I mean, it is like resilient to Blackbeard. Now, obviously, the 3 cost you play isn't, so you know how resilient to Blackbeard is it really? Not very. I mean, a lot of your removal is on play, and that's partially why you need these like event removals so you can like interact. But a lot of your stuff is just activate main, so you do have some intrinsic like resilience into Blackbeard, and if they're discarding every single turn while you're plussing, like you're going to be fine. So I definitely think that like this is just a good card for like non-black mid matchups for your Moria turn. So basically, you get rid of this and you play out our next card, which I'll just grab now, which is Kyros, because this card is insane. This card's just never going to be bad, yeah. Kyros, 3/5, very annoying to remove. Pop stuff. With Scarlet, you're able to pop 3 costs, which it's just, if it was 1 cost more, this combo would be so strong, and I'd be way more high on Scarlet because you can deal with Doffy so much easier, but it is what it is. The nice thing is if you go second, you can just Scarlet turn 1 if you've got nothing else, and yeah, I mean, argument to put in some cost reducers, right? Like we can talk about like all the more sort of like optional cards. I think once OP10 comes out, like you kind of have to play some of this stuff. I don't think Scarlet makes the cut anymore because you get some better options. But yeah, anyway, 3 Hina. I put this card back in, and honestly, it has made the deck sing. This card is so strong. Just -4 is such a hefty amount on a 3/5, and obviously we are playing the GOAT Rebecca. So I'm only on 3 copies of this Rebecca. But like this card with Hina is so strong. It's been a while since I was like able to like be doing all these Becca Hina combos, and they just felt really, really good. You're able to extend your removal so much thanks to this card. Yes, it is a brick, but like it's fine. Yeah, just super, super good. Rebecca obviously doing all the insane combos that we know and love, and obviously with Moria is particularly strong. One thing that is nice is you can like. So one of the things that's nice with Scarlet is obviously Orlumbus. This is like the most important card in the deck if you've never played it before. This makes all your removal like super scary. And so if you Moria, you bring back Orlumbus and Scarlet, and you have anything else on the board, you can reduce cost by 6 before you play your Kyros, so you're popping a 7, which means you can like deal with a Sanji like on curve as long as you have anything on board. Obviously you can just pop the Orlumbus itself. That is an option. Not ideal, but it is what it is. Yeah, just pretty good. Then we got 2 Sabos here. This card's strong, but not as good nowadays as it used to be. But yeah, like we know it's good. And then finally, for the top end, we need 3 copies of Luffy and 4 copies of Moria. And yeah, so in terms of like stuff to unpack and talk about, this is a build that is focused on making most use of Moria. You don't have to do that. You can just play Dressrosa stuff. There's a lot of things you can put in. I'm not playing Hancocks. I'm not playing event cost reduction. And there's like a really good argument to put in like that cost reduction. The difficulty obviously you end up running into is like just finding space and like where are you making the concessions. And honestly, like there's just so much to explore with like this list. Even though you're barely playing like that many new cards each set. It's just like adapting for the meta, figuring out what's good, can just be a lot of work. Like right now, I'm not sure how much I love Moria, and especially since I'm expecting Blackbeard to be like this really large part of the meta, I'm not sure. Certainly, I'm not sure if I'll be on 4 Moria. Maybe I'll be on 2. But yeah, Luffy is definitely I'm super high on. I think the card is insane into Blackbeard. So I guess I'm basically just going to be seeing what our meta looks like and making changes based on that. But this is the deck. I think it is really, really strong. I would really recommend you guys give it a go. Rebecca has basically been like my favourite sleeper deck of any format since like OP05. It has never been bad. It has literally never been bad. It was very strong in OP04, obviously not in English because of the ban list, which ended up making the Whitebeard decks good into Rebecca. But like this has always been a good deck, and it's going to stay that way. I think the fundamental core is just like so solid that you know you're not really gonna have to do too much. And obviously once OP10 comes out, we are going to be absolutely shuffling. So obviously stay tuned for that. I'm very excited for OP10 and EB. We just saw like a lore today that looks like it's Dressrosa Traitor. We don't know what it does, but that's getting me excited. So we'll see what happens. But that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please like, subscribe for more One Piece content. It is coming, I swear. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Cheers.